And today, this video will be over none other than LeBron James. So I'm doing this video, one, because I am a fan of basketball. And, what this guy is doing, in his career right now is nothing short of amazing. And with that said, you know, it comes to mind, like, is it legit? And it comes to mind also because of, the things that have been said. Like recently, Kevin Garnett, on his podcast with the Truth, Paul Pierce, said that LeBron James on that new Barco. And for people that don't know about the Barco, it's basically like a company that came up with PEDs or whatnot for professional athletes to do tremendous things or whatnot. But this is what Kevin Garnett said, as well as it was a UFC fighter that said that LeBron James, you know, allegedly got the same peds or whatnot, like from the same people that he was getting them from. So it's other people that done said that LeBron James, you know, basically took drugs, to or performance enhanced drugs to basically, get him where he at now and continue to do what he do. Um, with that said though, like me being a fan of basketball and seeing this man continue to dominate when nobody else has done it, it makes me wonder. So today, we will be reviewing document of people, or footage of people stating these things, and we'll be breaking it down. And then at the end, I give my opinion on what I really think is going on. Because, like I said, it's mind blowing to me to be this far in your career, 39 years old, straight out of high school, and still dominating the game the way that you are, putting up the numbers that you are. So stay tuned, enjoy. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, he can get a bucket on him.
No.
Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balcony.
but
he on that new
he
juice.
ain't
That
sliding like he used to.
Man, bro.
So some people will say, maybe Garnett was joking, when he said what he said. That new juice, which he could have been. But at the same time, like, why would you say that? Why would you state that about somebody who you wholeheartedly feel is that guy? Somebody that you root for. Why would you say this dude is on that new juice? And then on top of that too, we talking about Kevin Garnett, who was not no pushover in this NBA. This was a top 75 player. This is somebody who, was considered one of those guys. And we saying 75, like he was one of those guys. So Kevin Garnett is literally, you know, a well-known NBA player, of the past or whatnot. But this dude said LeBron is on that new battle, and that is mind blowing. But this is what he said. You seen the clip? Let's move on to somebody else who has something else to say about the PEDs. So this is the second video where I don't really know how to pronounce his name. It's like Kyle Sonnen. He goes into detail about, you know, the alleged drugs that LeBron are taking. And when this dude stated this on the podcast that he was on, it was groundbreaking, right? One, because he said that him and LeBron James have the same drug guy. So basically, there's this guy that supplies them with these PEDs or whatnot, and you will see in this video that he goes into detail, about the drugs that allegedly LeBron uses, and that he even states that it's the Lance Armstrong diet, which for you people that's not familiar with the whole Lance Armstrong um, situation, he was a guy that won the I think it's like the Tour de France. It's like a cycling thing or cycling, event or whatnot, and Lance Armstrong was that guy, in it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he won it like 7 times. And on top of that, he had like an illness that he recovered from, and still went on to win after that. And yeah, but anyway, he was able to get around, those tests or whatnot, taking the drugs the way that this guy is implying that, LeBron is. And he goes on to talk about, a specific drug, which is the EPO. He says it's like a red blood cell drug that basically gives endurance. And that's the whole key part to, this video, right? Because we're talking about LeBron, who's in year 21, and he's putting up numbers that are better than, previous numbers in his 21-year career. And it's, like, wow, like, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? But we'll watch this clip, see what this guy got to say, and we'll come back to it.
If the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player and you're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's
there's
doing?
only one, we have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. But there's only one golfer.
Please tell.
There's only one golfer. I'm not going to, but there's only one golfer that follows the big three. And the big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods. Like, yes, it does matter. People will say it all the time, it doesn't matter. John Daly won it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketballers understood what it did, EPO increases your red blood cells, which gives you endurance so you can play all game long. You can shoot in the fourth
More
quarter
red blood
just like
cells,
you
more
shot in the
oxygen
fourth
in your
minute.
red blood cells. Okay, got you.
It's the king of performance enhancers.
So you would prefer that, especially in a fight sport, to anything else?
EPO is king.
So we're back. So now I'm gonna play 2 videos that I think speaks volume, to about what we're talking about. And I'll go into detail, after the videos, of why I'm saying what I'm saying, or why I say these videos speak volumes. Because I want you to hear from these people themselves versus me, and then we'll talk about it on the back end.
Right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For
That's
so
what
many
I felt.
reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. Everybody was just talking how they were the greatest team of all time. Like, they was the greatest team ever assembled. And for us to come back, the way we came back in that fashion, I was like, you did something special. That's probably one of the only times in my career I felt like, oh shit, like you did something special. I haven't really had time to really like sit back and think, but that was a moment.
Crazy.
So, real quick, that was the first video. And there is a follow-on video because I spoke with 2 people. But I want y'all to pay attention to what he said in that video. And at the end of the second video, I'll dive into why I played both of those videos. So stay tuned. Here comes the second video.
Personally, I mean, individual goal was that Magic, Bird, Isaiah never did this. So that meant a lot to me to do it for the 3rd time, yes. I won't say that I'm better than those people, but I think in terms of success, continuous and consistently, that puts me right up there with them, if not, a step above them. So I'm not here campaigning for the best player in the world or in the history. I'm not saying that, because everybody plays differently in different eras.
So, I played both of those videos because, right out the gate, LeBron came in the league and this dude has had tremendous, amount of pressure put on him, to be that guy, after Michael Jordan, right? And as crazy as that is, being a basketball fan, it was so many other players in between Michael Jordan and LeBron. And, me personally, my favorite player, Kobe Bryant, like, on the bigger grand scheme of things, I think this was, I think it was more of a NBA thing, one, because the NBA is a business, right? Like, so to bypass Kobe and go, directly to LeBron, I think it was more and so often, a PR thing, right? You got Michael Jordan, who people consider to be the GOAT, and then you got this new guy, LeBron. Um, so over the years, it's constantly, been a, building block to who's better, who's better, who's better, right? And I play these videos, one, because of, in the first video, you see LeBron James, he talking about the 3-1 lead that Golden State had on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he was able to overcome that. And I think that was like the first time when LeBron ever said, I think that made me the GOAT. Like that was the first time, like, you know, he's actually said it, and somebody other than, kids that only know LeBron are saying that, this guy's the GOAT. And it was groundbreaking, right? Because how can you self-proclaim yourself to be the GOAT? You know, and all this, goes into this story. It goes into the story. Trust me, I'm gonna wrap it back around. And I played the second video because the one guy that so many people have called the GOAT for so long, he comes and he says, he've said it many times before. You can call me that if you want, but I never call myself that. And he says reasons why is because it discredits Jerry West, it discredits Wilt Chamberlain, Magic Johnson. He was like Oscar Robertson. He was like it's so many other players before me that I never got to play to see, really if I'm better than them. That, were artists in this game and that I modeled my game after. He was like, so to say I'm better than them when I took something from them, he was like, I never do that, right? So it was, one that was like, hey, you call it what you want. It's all opinionated. It really don't matter to me. And then you got one that has had this pressure on him since day one to be, the greatest, right? To achieve, and LeBron has achieved, like by far, right? But the reason I play both of them videos because, me and the way my brain works, right? I see people, you know, like that wanna be, that person, that wanna, be that one, and this whole video is about PEDs, right? Is he juicing, right? And it makes me think like, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm saying on a thought process, right? If you haven't, Michael Jordan had a 15-year career, right? LeBron James is on year 21. 21 versus 15, and you still got people saying the guy that did 15 is better than the guy that did 21, right? But you're still after it, and you're doing things that people have never done before, right? And then you got the people that are saying, hey, LeBron is juicing, right? Like, if you really want to be that guy, and you, like, I guess arguably you could say that he's not quite there yet, what would drive you to continue to, push towards being that guy? What can help you continue, your argument for being that guy? And that's just where my mind sits, like I'm not saying he is. But at the end of the day, the math ain't math. And everybody always say, you can't beat Father Time. But the math ain't math. So that's why I play those two videos. But let's continue.
Injury you're dealing with. the injury I was dealing with?
I tore a tendon in my foot.
And that's normally longer than a 4-week recovery process.
It is.
When did you get a sense of you would have a plan to get you back faster than what the normal kind of routine is on that?
When the doctors told me I was healing faster than anybody I've seen before with the injury.
Did anyone ever suggest surgery?
Yeah, 2 doctors.
Why did you decide against it?
Because I went to the Lebron James of feet.
What?
This pretty much wraps up, the video. As I said, this will be the last one. And I played this one because, hey, math ain't math. I'm no doctor by a long shot, but I'm of age to know that, the body doesn't work that way as you get older. I think we all could use common sense on that, The older you get, the longer it takes to heal. And I get it, these athletes, they have, the best trainers, the best doctors, and so forth or whatnot. But, yeah, like, the math ain't math. And at the end of the day, who knows what's really going on with him. The only thing we could do is stay tuned and watch. And, hopefully he's not. Hopefully he's not. And, yeah, that's my 2 cents. Peace.
The limelight's mine, I'm gleaming. That's why I say I'm king, bitch. I got my reasons.